I'm Colby McCabe, and today we're going to be looking at a website that shows wind roses for various areas of the state of Pennsylvania. But where exactly does this information come from? Well, it comes from the Pennsylvania State Climatologist. The Pennsylvania State Climatologist is a website that provides archives of climatological data, which are data of weather conditions from many years. This website is a service to the Commonwealth of the state of Pennsylvania by the Penn State College of Earth and Mineral Sciences. The general goal of the website is to provide the most accurate and complete climatological data available for Pennsylvania, which anyone can use. Well, what does this page exactly show? This shows wind roses at 11 secondary airports across the state of Pennsylvania. By secondary airports, we mean smaller airports and that are not the big international airports such as the ones at Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and Harrisburg. The website provides the names of each airport at the bottom of the page here, along with the corresponding codes. The codes are on the wind roses, and the codes and the names are at the bottom right here. But what exactly is a wind rose? A wind rose is an analysis of the wind direction and speed at a given location over a certain period of time. And this example is from several years of archived data. Each slice of the rose, you see you have a slice here, slice here, slice here on each rose, shows the percentage of the wind that is blown from that given direction over the observed period of time. And we're going to click on the State College wind rose to get a closer look at that. You can see that each slice of wind encompasses about 10 degrees of variation in wind direction. Within each slice is a distribution on the wind speed, how fast the wind blew from that given direction, and how often the wind blew at that given speed. The wind speed is in knots. For comparison, 1 knot is approximately 1.2 miles per hour. But what does this website show overall for each rose? Well, let's go back to the top, and we can see first, we see a picture of the airport and what the name of it is and what it looks like from an aerial view up above. Below that, we have a bar graph. I'm going to show that shows the wind class frequency distribution. What this is where a class is a certain value or range of variable wind speeds. Here we have calms, 3 to 4 knots, 4 to 7, and so on. In this example, at State College over the observed period of time, the wind blew between 4 and 7 knots, the most out of all the times, at about 26.4% of the total time observed. Next, we have below that the wind rose itself, which we got to look at earlier. Right here. And we have a plethora of useful information on each wind rose available, such as the dates that the observed time was taken from. The total hours of time for State College here is 67,461 hours of wind data available. Next, we also have the average wind speed and percentage of winds. Right down here, here's the average wind speed up here, 5.64 knots over the course of the whole time. And we have the wind speed distributions right over here. The resultant vector, which is this little red line here, this combines the frequency of winds in each direction to get an average wind direction. Speed is not involved in this calculation. Here, the average wind from State College over the entire observation period is from the west-southwest direction. Looking at the general pattern, we also see that the winds blew primarily from the west at State College. This makes sense given that typically we expect a westerly flow of wind across the United States from west to east. Who can potentially use this information available on this website? Well, for one, certainly, one is made for airports. Airports, although they certainly need at-the-moment wind speed information while on flights, knowing the prevailing wind speeds and directions can allow them, based on climatology, can allow them to plan flight routes in the future, as well as estimate flight times for customers. This will increase efficiency and cost for both them and therefore ticket prices for customers and airfare. Also, construction or other companies that can emit any kind of pollutants. Knowing the prevailing wind directions can allow for companies to decide where to create new sites for development. If they know which direction the wind typically blows in, so here would be the western areas, they can determine potential areas that their dust or other harmful chemicals that they emit can affect, and plan accordingly to minimize the effects on the population as well as any fines or legal issues, which is saving the company's money. And that is the website on wind roses.